Well, folks, in today's video, we're going to be working on this vintage Rivarossi New York Central Dreyfuss Hudson. This is a locomotive that I picked up a few months ago at Lark Spur line train store for 100 Canadian dollars, along with the entire train, which I thought was a pretty exceptional deal. Unfortunately, there is a catch, which is that after testing this thing, I discovered that it doesn't run. When I tested it, the motor actually did start, but as you can see, it's completely loose and disconnected from the whole drivetrain, which could be a sign of something pretty bad. A lot of these older Rivarossis suffer from something called zinc rot or zinc pest, which basically causes the chassis to disintegrate, which could explain why this is no longer mounted. So if that's the case, we're in for quite a bit of trouble. But there's only one way to find out, and in any case, I really want to get this thing going again because it's a super cool looking locomotive. So anyway, I'll show you all what it's doing right now. Hopefully that motor will start up again, and then we can actually get working on it. Let's begin. So I've got this thing set up on the track with 8 volts going to it, and if we connect this wire back here to the track, we'll see if it will do anything. I'm not sure if you can hear that, but the motor is in fact running, so that's a good sign. At least we still have that, but the rest of it clearly needs some work. So let's go crack it open and see if we can figure out what's going on with this engine. So to begin, we're just going to remove these 2 screws located on the bottom, and hopefully the chassis will pop out. There might be another screw somewhere up front holding this whole thing together, but these are a couple of the most important ones, so we'll get rid of those. And then, yeah, I bet there's probably one. Yeah, there's one right there. And here we are inside, and what we can see is, in fact, there is no zinc pest. Got a completely different kind of metal for the chassis, so that's good news. And looks like we've actually got the drive shaft or what have you here too, so that's really good. It seems like the motor's mounting screws are just gone, so I don't know why they're missing, but I might have some replacements, so I'll have a look for those. Theoretically, this should all work now, so why don't we take it over to the track and test it out a bit. All right, cross your fingers, everyone. Yeah, okay. That's really good. We have some hope. Before we go attaching this to the tender and everything else, though, I want to do a little bit of cosmetic work on this because you can see the cab has got some damage. I'm just going to try applying a little bit of CA to this and hoping for the best. A little under there. Okay, so there's one piece of damage kind of fixed. Now let's see if we can glue this other part on the same way. You know, it's not perfect, but I'd call that an improvement nonetheless. All right, let's see if it will work with its tender. I had to do some minor repairs to the tender as well, but nothing too major. Just a couple small electrical things. Anyway, yeah, these tenders are not always the best for electrical connectivity. Well, let's get in there. See if we just let it move around, it might fix itself. So I made some adjustments and cleaned the wheels up really well, and it made a huge difference. You can see this thing is running quite a bit better now. So I think there's only one thing left to do, which is to hook it up to its train cars, which I went ahead and fixed up. Well, here it is with its entire train. It looks absolutely terrific. I'm really happy with how this whole project turned out. The engine was way easier to work on than I would have imagined. I really thought it was going to be many hours of trying to figure out a way to rebuild the chassis or just figure out a way to mount that motor. But yeah, all I needed was a couple of screws, and same goes for the cars. It really didn't take much to fix those up, and we even got a couple of lit ones, so that's pretty nice. So yeah, I'm overall just thrilled for, the amount I paid for this, what I got out of it. Really, really quite special. Anyways, with that, I hope you all enjoyed, but before you go, I'll leave you all with a compilation of this thing tearing around the layout. Enjoy!